Yeah, great day, beautiful weather. Thank the good Lord for that, man. Good coming off an off day, had a lot of energy this morning. We'll get to put full pads on tomorrow and tackle for the first time, so really excited about that. Don't miss tomorrow. It'll be a fun day. We'll get after it and do a lot. Continue to progress. You know, that's 5 days in of installs. We got some really good punt versus punt return work in. I can't wait to watch that because we've got so much more players and stuff now. I think our special teams units are really going to feel, reap the rewards of that. So with that, I'll open it up.
Off that statement, obviously you do have more special teams bodies. Do you feel like maybe that'll take a rep or two off some starters that normally had to play those snaps for you?
Possible. Well, it's going to take a rep or two off them in some way, shape, or form, whether the starter's playing special teams and the other kid can play. You know, we just got more depth all the way around. But you know me, Glenn, we're going to play our best players in the kicking game. The thing we've got is we've got so much more length and size at those hybrid positions. When you look at our linebacker, tight end, defensive end, running back group, we're just lengthier. You know what I mean? You talk about guys like Avery Sledge, Chris Jones, Reed Jeselowski, Justin Reed, Kyron Heath, Jameer Lewis. I mean, those are guys that are all over 6'2" with length. And so that's where your special teams, we've been short on those. It's taken a while to build that. And, again, 3 straight good recruiting classes, and we got those bodies now.
You're, I guess, 5 practices in now, no full tackling yet.
Yep.
But is there any particular position group that has impressed you thus far?
Yeah, I think we're, you wrote it the other day, Dima. I think we're just a lot better on the O-line, which is to be expected, right? We've recruited fabulously for 3 years, and that's a developmental position. And we just got mean, tough guys that are athletic and can play, Andrew. And I think at tight end, I think it's the same thing. So I think those 2 groups probably are the, not that it's a surprise, we expected it, but at the same time you wanted to see it. And, going against our D-line every day, if they can match up with them, we feel like they should be a formidable group in the Sun Belt.
I know, 5 days in, not being able to tackle. How hard is it to gauge the offensive line, maybe even tight ends, when you're not tackling?
That doesn't matter. It doesn't affect them. They don't ever tackle anyway. You know what I mean? Like, everything we do for them is just like playing full speed. So it's not a big deal with them at all. The big thing with tackling is your skill guys.
Yeah.
On the perimeter, who's going to be able to fit it and get it to the ground at the safety corner position, and what skill guys offensively are going to be able to make a guy miss. A lot of people don't even tackle anymore anyway. We don't. We're old school. We tackle. So we'll tackle them all. It'll be fun.
Kind of getting the vibe that Pittman could really flourish in that slot spot for you guys.
He is. Him and Ty Mims are both really good, and they complement each other real well. Ty's obviously going to be a factor at punt returner and some things in special teams. Chandler's going to be a factor in all of our special teams. So they're going to be able to really spell each other, complement each other, and they both can play. They're both great kids that have played a lot of football. So that's an advantage to have both of them in that spot.
You've gotten to see this secondary at almost its entirety. And do you think it's as deep as you thought it could be? It just seems like they make play after play.
Yeah, a lot of really good, highly recruited players, Andrew, and because we had to get through spring ball, we kind of had to oversign there for 1 year because we had so many people coming off injury, and now they're back, so we're really deep there. Great competition, which is also going to help our special teams. But you're talking about a lot of SEC transfers, a lot of highly recruited junior college and high school players. And so it's fun to watch. Boy, I think they're communicating. You can hear the communication back there on another level from last year. That's the big thing that I've noticed is the level of communication, the clearness of. We talk all the time. Communication that is not heard or understood is not communication. That's just mama. That's baby talk. But they're truly transporting words from them to others now in a way, from a loudness standpoint and a clearness standpoint, and that's been good to see.
Talk about maybe some good competition going on at that left guard spot.
Yeah, Will Saxton's been one of the highlights of our camp so far. A young man that I'm so proud of. When you talk about, core value 2, accountability, core value 4, always compete. He's a young man that, we identified when he got here some things he had to do to become a great football player. He had to change his body fat percentage. He had to get to where he could play on his heels better. He was on his toes because he was just an athlete in high school, played everything. And I know people think you just sign an O lineman and they play college football, but that's a process that you have to grind out. And Sam Gregg and Ben Thomas, and then credit to Will, over 2 years he has trimmed his body fat percentage. He's lived and worked, and he has become a really good football player. And you bring in a guy like Zach Conte, who's played a lot of good football on a bowl team at Eastern Michigan, started a ton of games, and so you got great competition right there. And really like both those cats.